Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel, and today I am going to be predicting who will qualify out of semi-final 2. But first, the rules, because I think there are going to be some people that are going... I know the internet is filled with people who get triggered if their favorites aren't appreciated by everyone. So let me just clarify how I have made these decisions. These are my top 10 to qualify based on how well will they perform live, how big of an impact will the live performance make. 1, 2 or 3, like I've set them up into 3 levels like that. That's the first way I have categorized them. Then I've taken a look at how long lasting these songs are, like will the radio catch on to them, will people listen to them on their own time. That's another set of 3 categories. And then basically what I've done is sorted within those 9 categories. I've sorted them by which one is my favorite entry. Like I've sorted them down to personal preference. So at some point during the semi-final we might be mid-category and it came down to my personal preference, who made it and who didn't. Those are the rules. If you have complaints about who didn't qualify, let me know in the comments, but also keep it civil. With that said, let's jump into this. Now, quick disclaimer, these are in random order. So the one I mentioned last is neither the one I think is will be the most certain to qualify, nor will it be my favorite. I've made that thing clear, so they'll be somewhere else, just for the sake of getting you all confused. But my top 10 are still the top 10 to... Okay, so now that you've understood the rules, let's jump into semi-final 2. And the first song, I'm already gonna trigger people. The first song that I see qualifying is Latvia. Now I'm pretty sure this one just barely made the list, but this atmosphere is very different from like all the other ones in this semi-final. This is soft and sweet, and I'm glad they didn't put it as start number 2 in the running order, because then it would not have made my list, probably. Next to qualify is Romania, and this is for me the perfect blend of what Croatia sent last year and what Latvia sent last year. It is extremely well executed. It's borderline creepy, but I think on stage this will only add to the spectacle value of it. I'm not sure how many people will listen to this after the contest is done, but I think enough will, because it clearly made my top 10 here, so clearly there must have been enough people in my mind who listened to this. It's very cinematic. I was entranced, and so if I was entranced, then more people were as well. Next country we have Russia, and I say this knowing that there are going to be some people who dislike this entry only because it's Russia, but this is going to be a cinematic spectacle. And you know how you can tell? Because the song actually has like a heartbeat bit before it jumps into the bridge for the final chorus, and I just know that, like, if Sergei's entry from 2016 tells us anything, this is gonna be like they will already have something in mind for the staging. Like this, or the music video already tells a story on its own, and so I feel like they are here to win. And also I kind of like this a little bit more than the song they actually sent in 2016, so there is that. Do with that what you want. Next song to qualify is Sweden. Now it's getting a lot of hype, and I'm not quite sure whether it deserves all the hype, but it is contagious and I think it could be longer lasting than some of the other songs. This will be contagious on stage when it's performed live, and so those backing vocalists need to come to Israel too though, because otherwise I think this song may potentially even be at risk at not qualifying, because I think that's what makes it contagious, like the 5 of them together on stage, and they're just really having fun when they're singing the song, so good luck Sweden. Next we have North Macedonia, and I really hope they break their curse of not qualifying through poor staging, because I feel like with a simple ballad, like for the junior Eurovision, I know for a fact they had a ballad as well, and they kept the staging pretty simple, and people didn't quite appreciate it because it was junior Eurovision, but man, that song actually got me, kind of like this one does. Like those 2 ballads both caught me off guard, and it's really well done, and I hope this qualifies, and it's a beautiful construction, and I think the message is nice, and so I hope this qualifies. Next up to qualify is the song that starts the semi-final. I think that's just kind of a rule, like they put a strong upbeat entry at the start to sort of kick us off into the semi-final with the right feeling. In the semi-final it's Armenia's job, and man, this song delivers it. And I also like that this is the starting song because it starts really soft with the twinkling pianos, and then just really explodes with the rock power chorus towards the end. If Surbuk can deliver this live, then I've said it before, I'll say it again, the competition might be in trouble. Next to qualify we have Malta, and if you've seen part 5 then or was it part 4, then you know my thoughts on Malta. I personally preferred Belarus better, but this is probably the one that'll get more radio exposure. And I think the reason people like Malta more is because they heard the sort of studio version and seen the music video. Most people don't know how this will be live, including me, so... But this is modern, fun, contagious, and like I said, that little la 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 at the end, it just gets me to laugh. It's fun, and I might have said this as well. I hope this qualifies for the sake of last year's entry, which was robbed. Next up to qualify is Albania. I think it's actually the only Balkan ballad that actually packs a punch here. Like, okay, there are other ballads that are from the Balkans, but they're not specifically that Balkan ballad. Like this has Balkan vibes to it, it's cinematic, it had beautiful imagery in the music video. Someone pointed out that they were getting some Jamala vibes from this, which I kind of see, but this would be like a more positive Jamala in this case. It's more uplifting, and I'm loving this. I hope this qualifies. Next up, we have the finishing entry. Also a classic. In semi-final 1, I also put the finishing entry, like the last to perform entry, as one of the ones to qualify, because I think as sort of the show producers, I would do the same thing. I would try and start and end shows on a high note and then sort the quote-unquote worst ones somewhere in between, so that the overall show has some good parts all the way across. And so Azerbaijan does the finishing up quite well. It's radio friendly, and I will say it is catchy and the chorus does get stuck in your head, but to me personally there's not too much to get here, but will it qualify? I don't have doubts about it, actually. And now last to qualify, I think there are some people that have been waiting for this. If you want Turkey to come back to the Eurovision, I think you'll be waiting in vain. But if you want the Turkish vibes in Eurovision again, then I think Switzerland has you covered. They are probably sending the closest that you can get to Turkish vibes this year, and the flag is almost like a sort of... It bears some small similarities, like, or at least like it's like the inverse Japan, which makes it almost like a little bit Turkey-ish. Like, I've gone through some of the tops of other people and I've seen it on number 3 like multiple times, just so many times, that I think without a doubt this will qualify. And those were all of my songs. Did I get you triggered? Probably. Let me know in the comment section down below if you agree with me or disagree. What is your favorite entry? Who are your bets on? Let me know in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for your attention and time, and I'll see you soon. Bye.